Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber and today I have 4 fall projects to inspire you. I'm going to be using some items found at the Dollar Tree, Home Depot, and a couple other places as well. So if you are brand new to my channel, please introduce yourself in the comments. Let me know that you have arrived here and say a quick hello. I love to meet you guys. If you're returning, thank you for coming back yet again for another fun-filled adventure with me. So this week's video, all of the projects are going to be timestamped below so you can skip through and find them, as well as a corresponding blog post because we do blog all the things over at themakersmap.com. And be sure to, like I said, go get that free printable. It'll be linked down below. Let's go ahead and get started, okay? Hope you enjoy these. Okay, this is our first project. It is a super cute fall sign, and I am using these stickers that I found at the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to start by using some spray paint to paint them brown. I would imagine that we're creating like a half wood bead look. So I found this wood plank also at Dollar Tree, and you can check your store and see if they happen to have them there. I found them in the Crafter Square area, and I just used some burnt umber acrylic like paint from Apple Barrel, and then I just watered it down with my sprayer. And I'm just gluing on these stickers with hot glue. Even though they're sticky, I just didn't want them to come off, so I'm using hot glue. And I am going to paint over this with white, but I know that the half wood beads can be really costly, and when I saw these stickers at the Dollar Tree, I knew exactly what I was going to do with them. And so hopefully this will be a really good budget saver for you guys if you find these. And I did find these in the teachers aisle. I don't know what else to call it. It's just like the teacher department. And then we're going to sand this down on the edges. Sorry, it's a little bit whited out because it's so bright white, but we're going to add a little bit of color for this. So I did use my heat gun to dry these stickers, and the paint kind of crackled a little bit, which you really can't see. You'll be able to see in the photos. It's over on my blog if you wanted to go over there and check it out. Links are in the description. And so when I dried the paint with my heat gun, the paint wanted to kind of crackle a little bit because I did use chalk paint, and it looks really cool. I did sand it down and give the board a little bit of a distressed look. Most people are going to probably ask, why did you stain it brown? Just turn around and paint over it. Well, it's just about the look. You can get a number of looks, but I didn't want the light color to show through. So I just used the stickers from the Dollar Tree as well to create the word fall. I did pick up this fabric at Hobby Lobby. I think it was 30% off, and so I got a yard for like $4. It's really affordable. So always, pop into your Hobby Lobby, and it's just ticking fabric. And then I just took random things of ribbon and created like a stacked kind of like an expo, and then we're going to add a little bit of raffia and make something super cute to go on the top of our sign. So just tie it off with some twine. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know that I always say I'm not really good at bows, and at the end they always turn out really cute, so you really can't mess it up, honestly. And then you can just use whatever colors you like. And then I wanted the letters to look a little bit more distressed, so I added a little bit of paint over the top of that to kind of weather it just a little bit. Now you could have taken those stickers all the way across the top. I did not. I just felt like the bow was going to cover it up, and then I put a wood bead hanger on there, and I think it turned out really adorable. I would love to know what you think about this one and your thoughts on these stickers, trying to use them for a wood bead look. So here you go. Okay, project number 2, or this project is what I called like a Chippy book page pumpkin. So I've been working on some Chippy projects for you guys. I really want to do a series of Chippy projects. If you hear thunder, it's raining here, so it might be thundering in the background. But I'm just taking a Dollar Tree canvas and I'm taking it apart, and we're going to use it as kind of like our frame. We are going to create a chippy finish on the background. Some of these canvases can just be really difficult. Normally I use paint sticks, and they usually have the handle on them. And so I found these paint sticks without a handle on Amazon. I'll also have those linked on the blog. So if you want to check the description box below, all these projects are linked off. And so I just found that you get more use out of these because they don't have a handle. And even though I'm cutting these pieces off of there, I can reuse them and they won't have that little notch in them. So I did get these on Amazon. Typically I get my paint sticks at Home Depot or Lowe's. And then I'm just going to use these giant craft sticks from Walmart to create, to secure them together on the back. to create our foundation, like the back of our project. So we're also going to be adding some paint. We're going to be putting some Vaseline on here. I really love creating the chippy look. It's something I've always absolutely loved to do. In fact, I just love creating faux finishes. I guess it just comes from my furniture painting days, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to take some burnt umber. We're going to add in some water. We're going to dilute this down, and we're going to stain our wood. Now, you can use regular wood stain if you want to. Y'all, I just feel like as a crafter and, making affordable home decor, if you want to use stain, you certainly can, but you're going to achieve a very similar look. If it's all about the color, certainly use some wood stain. I love the burnt wood, like the dark, almost like I don't even know what it's like. It's like a mix of driftwood and like just a dark kind of Jacobean color. So I love the way that the wood stains with the paint. And then I'm taking Vaseline and I'm just kind of putting it on across this board wherever I want the paint to repel. Now the important part to this is that you want to coat the entire board really thick with paint. And when you want to dry it, and then you're going to drag your scraper across, and as it dries, you're not going to completely dry it. You want the under part of it to be a little bit wet so it kind of pulls that off. And then it leaves behind this chippy look. Now I am using the burlap from, I think it's a roll that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I just took some wax paper and I kind of sketched out what I want my pumpkin to look like. And I knew I needed it to fit inside this frame and not be too oversized, because I'm also, going to add a stem and things like that to this. So I just took some wax paper and cut out like a template. I didn't want to draw on the burlap and make it super noticeable. So I just created a template, traced around it with a pencil, and then it wasn't really wanting to work. So I just taped down the thing and just cut around it. So we're going to make it look really organic anyway. So it's not really going to matter. We're going to tear the edges off, as you can see, of our burlap. And then I just took some book pages out of a book from the Dollar Tree, and I cut them to fit the little panels of my pumpkin. And then I took that same brush from our staining and painting before and used what was excess on there in a baby wipe, and I just painted it onto the book page, and it helped create this, old weathered look. Don't oversaturate your paper. Just use a damp baby wipe. And then I took some white paint and kind of aged it a little bit more. Now we are going to glue the frame onto our chippy board. Y'all, the chippy is fantastic. I love the chippy finish. It's just, I absolutely love it. Then I found this stick out of my backyard and I thought, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to put a real stick on here. And so I just cut it with these cutters. And I'm gluing on the burlap, and it doesn't have to be perfect. If it's raised up in areas, for me, I think it just looks great. So you can get creative with all these ideas that I share right here on my channel. The point is to inspire you and show you what I dream up, and then you to kind of put your own spin on it. So if these colors aren't for you and you want more of a traditional look, you can certainly do that. And then I'm just layering the book pages on top. And then I took this leaf. It is not even a pumpkin leaf, but I just thought, hey, it's pretty close. So I just cut it down to fit what I imagined that a pumpkin leaf looked like, maybe. And then I glued on the stem. And of course, we're going to have to add a bow onto this because it just makes sense. So we're going to add this bow on top of here. And I'm using some ribbons from the Dollar Tree. It's not going to be like overdone. It's just going to be kind of simple. And again, use what ribbon you like. I'm going with a neutral feel for this, and I feel like I'm not really a traditional like decor for fall type of person. I really want it to kind of incorporate into the colors that I use in my home. So that's kind of why I go with a lot of muted tones and neutrals, even though it's seasonal. And I still think it turned out super cute. So this is what it looks like, y'all. That pumpkin I just think turned out adorable. Now you can leave the Spanish moss off if you don't want to use it. I just thought it was a cute little added touch. And then I'm just going to stack these popsicle sticks on the back and raise it up just a little bit or lower it so we can have a hanger. And this is what it looks like. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, this one is really cute, honestly. It's a air freshener from Home Depot. And so we're just going to create, home decor with it. it does smell really good. It smells like pumpkin spice, and I've had it since last year, which was 2020, and I'm just now getting around to doing it. So I don't know if you can relate to that, where you buy a bunch of craft supplies and you don't really get to the projects until maybe a year later. But anyways, so I'm wanting to create a shiplap kind of look on the back of this Dollar Tree sign. And so I just used my box cutter and cut slits and then painted it with the burnt umber, and then I just did a dry brush paint over the top of it. And then we're going to frame this out with Jenga blocks. We are going to have to trim this down because it's a little bit too big to fit our Jenga blocks, and you can easily do that. Like, I love the fact that these MDF boards are so easy to be customized, and then you can just trim it up. Now, you can always finish the back of your signs. I don't, because I don't feel like people are coming in my house and like checking the back of things to see if it's finished or not. So if you were to give it to someone, or if you were to sell your crafts or something like that, you can certainly, put some craft paper on the back and cover it up, but I just don't do that. So I don't ever really show that step. So I'm just going in and enhancing the lines on this board, and I've already stained the Jenga blocks that I glued together. I am sanding this down just a little bit to give it a weathered look. Now, you can stain the Jenga blocks individually and glue them together. I just like to glue them together and then stain them. I feel like it's just a quicker step for me. And then I'm just going to glue them onto the board. And I'm using this little like cap that I got from Walmart. I had one left over. I usually use these for like feet on like little boxes or planters. I've used it as like a finial, and I'm using it to hang that little broom on. It's an air freshener from the Home Depot. And then I just took these half wood beads that were not stained and I attached them. Again, totally optional. I actually did this live on Facebook. I do a lot of my projects live, and then I kind of share them over here to you guys. But this one, for instance, what we kind of brainstormed together and then added the half wood beads to this. So I found the sunflower at Dollar Tree. This is wired jute twine, and we're going to use that as our hanger. I did not stain anything. I just kind of wanted to go with a natural look with this. And again, you can customize this however you like. The little broom thing's removable, but I think it turned out adorable. Okay, this one will include a free printable that you can get over on my blog. Go over to themakersmap.com and check it out. The link will be in the description box below. So we're using a Dollar Tree like canvas that has the printed stuff on it, but it's an MDF frame. So it's not going to be the wood frame, but it is square. So it was a perfect fit for what I needed, and it paired nicely with the Dollar Tree flat canvas that is square. So this is a navy base to this printable. It's super cute. I think it's got a little fun feel, like if you wanted to put it in your kitchen or just, in a random place in your home. But I think it's really fun. So we're just going to Mod Podge on our printable. And again, you can go get this over on the blog. And I use saran wrap and a rolling pin to kind of help me push down my printable. You can use the iron method, like there's a number of things you can do, but we are using these wood beads, and we're going to create it to where it looks like kind of hanging down off of the rod, the dowel that we're going to use. And then I am gluing on the frame on top of this, and then we will adjust so that it hangs level. And these dowels came from Walmart, and I just stained it brown, and then I'm just kind of marking where I want the roll to go, and then I'm just like marking so I can drill a hole. I'm using a screwdriver to kind of tap it so that it doesn't slide off. Just a little tip. I'm sure you probably knew that. And then I just got a piece of board that I had extra like laying around just to drill through, because I need to go all the way through. And then we're just going to take this all the way up and run it through our dowel. And you could use the little craft dowels from Dollar Tree and just wrap it around if you wanted to. You don't have to do it this way, but you certainly can. But I just twisted these around, and I connected them at the top to kind of create, this look that I was going for. But you guys go over and get the printable over on the blog. And if you are interested, I do have a crafting membership called the Creative Haven VIP, where you get all of my printables, including the paid ones and the free ones, as a member. Go to creativehavenvip.com, check that out, and I would love to know what you think of this one. All right, you guys, that's it for this week, and I will see you on the next video.